One of the main functionalities of payroll details, and why it's an important part of the Platinum Pay software, is the ability to manipulate all kinds of different information. Okay, most payroll checks, most might be, but many payroll checks are not as simple as just one line of pay booked to a certain department at a certain rate of pay. It's very common in a lot of different industries, like restaurants, to earn a lot of different rates. Maybe I bartend sometimes, and I wait tables other times, and I need to be paid different rates for each of those tasks. Similarly, it's very common for businesses, particularly the larger they get, to want to capture the costs per department. Okay, so I want to know exactly how much I spent in accounting and in sales and in operations and administration. That's called labor distribution, and that's controlled ultimately at the division level, but typically then the next level down in the department level. Similarly, we can, as a worker, we could do potentially different jobs that might fall under different workers' comp classifications. That's also a critical piece of data for payroll systems, particularly ours, to keep track of. And finally, job costing. We have a lot of builders and remodelers and other trades businesses that want to keep track of precisely what their labor cost is by job. So payroll details makes it very easy for us to manipulate that information. So I pulled up an example check, and I'll kind of give an example of how easy it is to manipulate really all four of those variables. As you can see, we got a little bit of bonus going in here. This is just some regular pay. This is a kind of a hodgepodge of a lot of different information. But it's easy to select different types of pay. People are that's very intuitive. It's very easy to toggle between our departments, and that's how easy it is to book different types of pay, different amounts to different departments. When those checks process, then our system can provide you wonderful cost accounting reports and department cost reports and give you a lot of really terrific cost accounting detail. But it all starts with having this information set up properly upstream. If we're paying at different rates of pay, that's as simple as a click of a mouse and the keying in of different data. I mentioned we could change workers' comp codes. We typically book those to the department level, so when clients are hiring somebody as a roofer, for instance, it automatically populates the right code. But you do have the ability to manipulate that just like any other piece of data. Again, we have very powerful, very detailed workers' comp classification reports. We do a lot of workers' comp remittance on our clients' behalf, and it's critical that we maintain accurate data and help our clients understand how to provide that data properly. And job costing is very easy also. It's just as simple as having a list of jobs, an unlimited list, by the way, program. These all have longer descriptions so that when we provide our job costing reports, it obviously looks a lot cosmetically more appealing. If you're a heavy user of job costing, we'll typically recommend you take a look at the video introducing the Excel pay sheet. That's a really popular way if you do a ton of job costing to assemble that very quickly as opposed to potentially doing it here in the pay grid. But the payroll details is one of the most popular parts of the application. Everybody needs to know how to get in there, how to open up a check, how to manipulate that information, and why you might need to do that. So if you have any more questions or you want to have some specific training on your individual company, absolutely contact us anytime, and we're more than happy to get online and show you exactly how you might use this to your benefit.